Good evening, my dear friends. I welcome you all to the Hindu and the Businessline editorial analysis on August 12, 2022. The first editorial I am going to discuss today is just in case. It is high time the Bhima Koregaon case, the tenability of the case has been just analyzed by the court, and the court have the review of the tenability of the case, because the case seems to be a kind of the vengeance against the activists, rather than there is a clear point of any kind of justification or the justifiability of the case. When this case has been dragging for too long, many are the sufferers, many are put under jail, the activists are being put under jail, and they are suffering for the arrogant attitude of the administration against them, which they are paying off. The Bhima Koregaon case was on the basis of a January 1, 2018 meeting to commemorate the Bhima Koregaon anniversary of 1918, when the attack against the Peshwa was made by the Dalits and the tribals. And when this commemoration was happening, a mob attacked them. Those were returning from the commemoration, the mob attacked them, and a fight developed, and the violence developed, and therefore, after some days, Varavara Rao was arrested along with some more activists, and they were put under jail. Now, Varavara Rao is being granted bail on conditions of medical grounds. He has been granted interim bails by Bombay High Court on several occasions, and it was going on extending. Since 2021, he has been granted bail on several occasions, and it has been extending. It is worth remembering that there was a Stain Swami. He was arrested on grounds of helping the tribals, and while his bail application was pending on medical grounds, he was an octogenarian. Octogenarian means 80-year-old person. But he died. This has to be remembered. Friends, the next article I am going to discuss is with a timely gesture. A timely gesture refers to the timely devolution of the state's share of the tax collections by the center. There is a state share of the taxes being collected, the GST being collected by the center, and the union share. When the states are being given their share of the taxes collected by way of GST, this is called the devolution. So, a timely gesture has been made by the central government now. There has been lots of tension between the state government and the union government on this issue. And what happened was that the state governments and the central government's strain has been developing like anything. In the recent Nidhi Aayog meeting, the states have asked for more and more devolution of taxes from the central government. The devolution of the taxes from the central government means that more and more, earlier it was 48,000 crores per month as devolution of the GST collections to the states. Now the central government, with from August 2022, it has been increased to 58,000 crores. So the center is looking to the states that more and more developmental schemes can be implemented by the states, now that center is favoring the states on the devolution way. The title of the editorial is a great, meaningful one, a timely gesture. before the strain gets into a greater strain between the relations between the center and the states, the center has timely just made the move to increase the state's devolution of the taxes. Now the total devolution comes to around 1.22 lakhs crores, that is 1.22 trillion. Earlier in 2020-21, the devolution was to the 2021-22. The devolution was to the tune of 2.25 crores, lakhs crores, 2.25 lakhs crores. That is 2.25 trillion. Now the central government is going on increasing, and there are cash surpluses in the union government's kitty, and with the tax revenues that and the cash surplus which is there, the devolution to the states is going more than 1 lakh crores, that is 1 trillion per month. Therefore, the central government has also cleared its dues of 2 months by paying to the states 87,000 crores as GST compensation. After June 2022, there is no GST compensation to the states, as you may all be knowing. So, when the GST compensation to the states is not there, the more and more increasing the state's share of the taxes collection is the greater move. So, this central government has also asked the states to count for the loans taken by them or the borrowings out of the budget and away from the budget, that is off the budget. All this have to be taken into account, and on the basis of which the off budget borrowings are also to be taken. Earlier the central government had fixed that 2020-21 off budget borrowings would be taken into account, but now the central government has seen that it is very difficult, because during the pandemic times the states had borrowed copiously to fund the COVID relief. Therefore, now the central government has decided that 2021-22 the off budget borrowings would be clubbed with the budget borrowings. What are budget borrowings, my dear friends? The state government has certain budget borrowings to the tune of a few amounts of rupees for funding its developmental expenditure, and even some state governments are just like Kerala, they are going out of the budget and making the off budget borrowings. So when the off budget borrowings are clubbed with the budget borrowings, the central government will be devolving only the remaining share of the states. When the 2021-22 budget borrowings were taken, even for the case of Kerala, the off budget borrowings were to the tune of 27,000 crores, and the share of the state was Kerala state was 33,000 crores earlier. When this has to be taken into account, the 2020-21 state budget borrowings of the budget, borrowings taken into account, the Kerala's devolution came to only 5,000 crores. In order to solve this problem, the union government has stepped in to show that only 2021-22 budget borrowings would be taken into account. So, the bottom line of this article is that the central government has been very much prudent in devolving its share of the. Friends, moving on to the business line, we have a very interesting article titled "Making a Mark." It is not a secret that India has evicted keen interest in sports, which is evident from the fact that the Commonwealth Games 2022 and the Chess Olympiad 2022 has drawn many spectators from India. Now, the sports is becoming a very big corporate investment, with the IPL taking the center stage, and even in football, we have private investment in the sports events, and the Khelo India scheme, in which the government has invested more than 3,000 crores rupees and is finding 523 venues and around 27 instructors. The Khelo India scheme is becoming a very huge draw in Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, and so many states. The 61 tally of the medals at the Commonwealth Games with 22 gold medals has made India proud, and the cheer for the crowds who are evincing interest in the sports. And then the Chess Olympiad, the 44th Chess Olympiad, which was held at Chennai, has proven that a keen interest in sports will be taken by people if such kind of Olympiads are being held in India. Thousands of people visited the Chess Olympiad every day and were very keen in spectators of the matches. And the Olympic podium scheme of the Sports Authority of India is trying to bring up the interest in sports in the future. Now, the $27 billion is the investment in sports, which is going to touch some $100 billion. It is very interesting to note that most of the sports events India is investing. Nothing to speak about IPL and the football. Now the chess and many track and field events are also getting invest. India is making the sports persons Olympics ready. So a public partner, public, corporate, and the government participation, the trinity. The trinity means the public, the corporate, and the government partnership in sports is the thing happening now, and it will take this sports to a new level. Friends, I have come to the conclusion of today's analysis of the Hindu and the business line. Meet you tomorrow with some more topics on these aspects. Till then, take care. Good night.